Thank you, everyone watching and listening. This is another episode of Sistah Sistah.
I'm Miss YaYa.
And I'm Zeitlin Perez.
We're excited to keep growing, and thank you so much for all of your support out there. Now, remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel and on any of your favorite podcast platforms.
We are well into our third season and look forward to continue bringing inspirational aha moment stories from our amazing guests.
Today we have actress, producer, TV host, and philanthropist Celines Toribio. She has starred in over 15 films and TV series and even acted and produced the biopic Maria Montez, with a successful premiere in New York, being the first Dominican feature film to participate in the prestigious Guadalajara, Mexico Film Festival.
Celines has been featured in magazines like Forbes Latino America, People en Español, and Santo Domingo Times. She has also been a spokesperson for companies like Walmart, AOL Latino, Toyota, and the Dominican Ministry of Tourism.
Celines founded her own non-for-profit organization, Latino Youth in Communication Arts, helping more than 10,000 youth excel academically and artistically in New York thus far.
Oh, I'm so excited. Let's welcome Celines Toribio. Celines, bienvenida. Welcome, darling. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to be with us. How are you feeling? How are you?
Oh my God, you girls are so full of energy. I love it. Pure energy, positivism. I feel great. Motivated by you girls. Like communication, podcasting, interviewing is one of my first loves in the entertainment industry. And to see two good women doing it right, it makes me feel like, okay, good. We're in good hands.
We're doing it right, sister.
I mean, we are learning from figures like you that have been doing it for a minute. Todo el mundo sabe quién es Celines Toribio.
Of course, you paved the way for a lot of us.
Oh, thank you. I mean, we just do what we love, and then you try to do it right. You try to say no whenever the wrong offer comes along, and they came along, and sometimes you choose right, other times you make mistakes, but then you come back into your journey, you derail a little bit, but we love what we do. And they always ask me like, okay, what do you like the most? Radio, TV, film, series, movies. I'm like, I like it all. It's communicating a message, right?
Absolutely. But we're going to get to that. We're going to dive into it. So what we're going to do is rewind.
So, born in the Dominican Republic, you said your interest in media and the stage started when you were a little girl. What was it like growing up in DR? And when did you move to the States? And how was that transition?
Okay, growing up in the Dominican Republic, my mom and my dad are from El Cibao. El Cibao is like the north part of the Dominican Republic, and it's full of green and nature and family-oriented customs. And I remember going to like my grandma for the summer and playing with the neighbors and the vecinitos. And I had a very happy childhood, I can say. Protected by neighbors, by family. I'm the middle child, so I do have the middle child syndrome, which is my sister was the first one. My brother was the youngest one. So the boy was the king, she was the queen, and I'm like in the middle. So they say that middle childs tend to take two routes. One is to cause people attention on the wrong way or the right way. So I think I went on the right way through leadership, through being the leader of my family, creating things, giving my family members jobs, opportunities. So being the middle child was not easy, but I kind of like said, you know what, I'm going to be stronger. I always wanted to model, to sing. I remember putting a towel in my hair and saying, I'm Daniela Romo. We're talking back in Mexico in the 80s. And I always knew I wanted to be in front of the camera.
I love that. ¿Cuál canción de Daniela Romo?
Ay, ¿cuál era? No, ahora no me acuerdo de la canción, pero también Ángela Carrasco.
Tengo una boca rosa.
¿Quién me la puede comprar?
Pero, have you ever recorded an album? Have you ever dove into the singing?
Señores, I have the ugliest voice for singing. They say my voice is raspy and is unique for acting and radio. Singing, I don't intonate, I don't know, low, highs, no.
No, pero we're living in good times now. The lip singing is a career. You could do a badass lip singing.
Yeah, for a movie, I would.
Ooh, oh, we gotta talk about that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we gotta talk about all of those things.
How old were you when you came to the States? How was that transition?
I was 16 years old. This is the thing. I'm considered Dominican American because the majority of my lifetime I've spent in the US. But I came here already formed, already raised with my customs, with only Spanish, with my traditions very planted. So I am very Dominican, and my career decisions have shown you that I've always wanted to do TV in Spanish, movies in Spanish, and I can't help it. It's like La Patria me llama. So I was 16 years old 15 in 1990 when I came for the papers, because my dad brought me in with green cards and stuff, all the paperwork. And then he sent us back for one more year to finish high school in the Dominican Republic and come back here to go straight to college. And that was 1991. So it's been 30 years, right? 30 years.
Crazy. That is crazy. And television at the time, it was literally like 2 Spanish channels, and then some, at least for the tri-state area and the people that live in New York, we had these random public channels. That was the transition of what media was at the time.
And at that time in American media, you really didn't see Latinos being represented. And you've done stuff with ESPN too.
Yeah.
So that's huge.
I think I've been everywhere, guys. I mean, and to pay tribute to women like you, like Zeitlin, you sing amazing. You're a producer, but Zeitlin is also a publicist, a PR. She highlights others. So I'm sure you're right too, and you act. So and I'm sure both of you, if they would ask you, just choose one thing in media or in the entertainment industry, you wouldn't pick only one.
It's hard.
No.
It's hard.
We both went to school for communications. I also did musical theater.
She's the killer writer here.
And you're the talent coordinator. You make sure that people are in line.
Making sure they're executed right and on time, and making sure our clients are happy, all of that good stuff. Anyways, but yes, you are so.
It's about you. We're here for you. We're not here about us. We're here for you.
No, I think it's about us. It's our time as women. And to your question, I did ESPN Deportes, and I did that because I was working on radio. I've always noticed that if you plant seeds the right way and you believe in relationships, one will take you to the other one. And that's why I got the baseball show, because a friend of mine heard me on the radio and she said, oh my God, they're looking for a young girl, Dominicana or Caribbean, to host the first Major League Baseball show. So I was the first woman they ever signed to be the host, not a reporter, like the main host. And we did that for 5 years. So I'm like, coming from my background of reporting for Gordo y la Flaca and Primer Impacto en Univision, and then doing radio, that was like amazing. And that show positioned me, it gave me the responsibility to, oh my God, I'm the first woman. I better do it right. I better not eat where or shit. Go number 2 where you work.
Yes.
And the baseball players, you know how they are. Baseball players are men.
Like, hi, Celines. How are you doing?
Yeah. So for me, it was like, let me keep it straight. And I did, thank God. And they loved the show. He was on air for 5 years. He aired in all Latin America and even Japan.
Oh my God. But did you know diddly squat about sports? Like, how was that?
I did because my uncle, Luis Pujols, was in the Major League Baseball. So I grew up going to the stadiums over there, knowing baseball bats, gloves, knowing the whole logistics of it. So he was like the star of the family when I was growing up. So we always sat down to watch him on all-star games and all of that. So I had it in me.
¿Aguilucho o liceísta?
Bueno, yo soy liceísta porque I was born and raised in the capital. So I'm liceísta. But when I'm in the U.S., I'm aguilucho because the majority of Dominicans in the U.S. are from El Cibao. So that north part, the team is Águilas.
Yes.
I'm glad that I figured out that you're talking about the Dominican baseball teams because I was born here, but my sister's dad played in one of the teams in DR.
Oh, that's
and I think
kind
it
of
was
dope.
the Licey.
The Licey.
Yo soy muy gringa.
I'm gringa too, but you know.
My sister came with me and she doesn't, who is Primer Impact's dad? Univision. No, I don't watch that. I'm like, hello.
What? Like, no, talk to me about NBC and CBS.
Or how about, well, you didn't know before, now your sister's on it. Ponte a verlo ahora.
Ponte pa lo tuyo. Anyway.
We digress.
Fast forward from the transition over from DR to the US, your college years, you graduated from Lehman College with a bachelor's degree in communication and theater. Seems like your aha moment was instilled in birth when you were very, very young. So how was your journey to realize your dream? What's been the toughest part?
I think that I discovered my purpose, because I see this as my purpose. I think it was when I started working as an intern in Univision 41. I started picking up cables. I started bringing Mark Anthony the little cafecito. Shakira, when she had black hair, I had to grab her bag and go to the parking garage and help her come out of the car. But it was an internship. They didn't pay me. And I knew by seeing the hosts, and I always stay late to see the newscast in the studio, see how they roll the teleprompter. Like at that moment, I said, okay, that's where I want to be. That's what I want to do. And the first opportunity came doing the internship because one of the hosts was sick and all I had to do was just hold a CD on camera. And my hand was shaking like this. That's how nervous I was, right? But that adrenaline, I went back home, I couldn't sleep. And I'm like, I want more of that. I want more of that feeling. You know what Oprah says? Like, if you don't know what your purpose is in life, go to the moment that you cherish the most as your happiest moment. What were you doing in that moment? Then follow that for the rest of your life. So that's what I did.
Oh my God, those moments, oh my God, those are amazing moments. And then from there, you just kind of paid your dues, paved the way, build relationships, and then they gave you that call. Is that how it was?
Yes, because they changed hosts. One came for the network and they said, okay, let's do an audition. 30 of us auditioned. I got the part to be the host locally for Univision 41. And little by little, like it wasn't even like I had a vision board or I was very clear, this is where I'm going to end up in 10 years. No, it was more like doing it, believing it, and then opportunities started coming up. It was making a decision. There's like one moment where it's your choice to go the right way or the wrong way. And it was choosing right, I guess, being responsible, showing up early, doing the homework. If I had to interview somebody, reading bios, like doing the homework. And then I liked it more and more opportunities came. Mentors came into my life, a lot of angels, like I call them, helped me here, helped me there, or helped me read a contract. It was forming, the career formed itself, I guess.
I love that.
So you acted in and produced the biopic Maria Montez, a movie about an exotic and glamorous Dominican actress who achieved fame internationally in the early 20th century, right? Tell us what this whole experience was like. What made you want to tell this story?
Well, I moved to LA. I was the it girl in New York. I can say this now with a lot of humbleness because it passed already. I'm no it girl whatsoever anymore. What I used to be because I was daring. I always say yes to covers, parades, hosting this and that, radio shows, everything. And then a man broke my heart. And when it hit me, I'm like, what am I doing in New York? I think I already reached my ceiling in New York City, the Latin market. I want to experience something different. And an opportunity to be in a movie came with Luisito Martínez called Los Locos También Piensan. This was, I'm telling you, 2005. And I said, yes, I did it so bad as an actress, so horrible job, but it still aired, that I said, what am I doing? I need to take this serious. So then I moved to Los Angeles without knowing anybody. But when I tell you anybody, not a makeup artist, not a friend, not an agent, not a hairdresser, nobody. And I moved and I lived in a motel for like a month until I was looking where I was going to move, which apartment. And it was my first time living alone, heartbroken. I remember crying every day on Sunset Boulevard, driving around. Yeah. It was a human growth experience. Like I grew as a human being. And my friend gave me the book of Maria Montez. So in those times of rock bottom and those times of crying at night, feeling lonely, heartbroken, having doubts, second guessing myself, I started reading this book of Maria Montez, and it was like an aha moment. I was like, who was this woman? How did she do it in 1940? I'm scared now in 2005. With all the opportunities, with a savings account from my media career in New York. How did she do it? And I started reading more. I said, I got to tell you the story. Look, I get goosebumps just telling you that.
What were those challenges? Oh, Sally, look at that. That's amazing. So it's like you were aligning. You were so in tune with her and her story because you were living it. And I was like, this person that is her first of her kind and in her time, how did she do it? And you were doing the same.
And you connected with that.
Yeah.
Yes, I connected very much, and I think it helped me very much because over there nobody moves to LA with their grandma, right? So you don't have really true friends. So you kind of have to grab something and hang on to something to remind you that you're in the right track, right? So it helped me so much, and then I gave it all my passion and all my love that I forgot the business side. Okay. It's called show business. I'm sorry. My mom is in the kitchen, and this is where I have the light, and my mom sometimes understands. Let me just tell her to stop the noise. Hold on.
Mami está cocinando.
Ella estaba haciendo algo en la cocina y yo le dije, mami, please stay in your room. I need to record something. No noise. Y vino y se empezó a sacar la olla y yo...
No, pero...
¿Cómo decirme a mi casa que yo no puedo salir?
¿Cómo, muchacha? Pero aquí tenemos que hacer oficio. ¿Qué es esto?
Just such a beautiful moment that you just...
Yeah, look, listen. Maria Montes in my life helped me so much that I gave it all my love, right? But I forgot the business side of it, and I made a lot of mistakes. It was my first movie producing, being the main actress, co-writing. So I spent all my money, all my savings. I believed in so many politicians. I believed in so many men that promised me help, and it didn't happen, that I had to give it all. I had to even ask for loans and everything. But it helped me. I always say that I took a film course in Harvard University because that was very expensive, right? I learned from it, and it gave me satisfaction. I believe we have a movie that is going to live in the cinema world forever, and it's a piece with love and care,
Of course.
So I'm very proud of Maria Montes.
On top of that, you also were submitted into the Guadalajara Mexico Film Festival. So for you to do this for the first time on your own, trying to figure out how to make it happen, also then remember your lines and your blocking and all of that, that's a lot. Like that's a huge accomplishment. Like you definitely should.
That's a piece of you right there.
To this day, you should be still patting yourself on the back.
Thank you. I remember Oliver Stone. We invited him to the Dominican Republic to talk to students, film students, and I picked him up at the airport. I was in the car with him, and I had already made the movie, and I had it in my iPad, and I showed him some trailers and some scenes, and he said, who did that? Where was that shot? What camera did you guys use? Oh my God. To me, that was like, okay, I'm on the right track. Oliver Stone.
I was like, that's a good first time, you know what I'm saying?
Oliver Stone. Wow. That's awesome.
That's so cool.
Oh, wow.
So, Celines, as we're hearing and enjoying your stories, you've accomplished so many wonderful things. One now being your nonprofit organization, Latino Youth in Communication Arts. We love giving back to the community, but starting something like this is another level. Tell us about Latino Youth in Communication Arts.
Look, it all started when I was younger, middle child, and shy. My mom took me to a modeling, etiquette and protocol, and moral and civic duty classes and changed me. I was like 14 years old. So when I became a known figure in New York, mothers used to come to me and say, how can my daughter be like you? Where did you learn what you know? She's so shy, look at her, she's so pretty. So I said, you know what, let me open a center with the same techniques and pattern of what I did in my country. And I did that. It was first an academy, a for-profit. I'm never for a for-profit because it flopped. I mean, it didn't do well because I'm not in this for the business. And it shows when an abuelita came with the granddaughter and said, I don't have any money, but can you take her? Yes, I'll take her, you know? So we changed it and said, let's just call this a nonprofit. Let's register as a 501c3. And we did that. We waited for like 3 years. And then I was like, they're not coming here. Because in my community, unfortunately, Washington Heights, they don't see modeling etiquette and protocol as a need. They see it as a hobby. I see it as a need right now and since I was growing up. So we had to close the space. I was paying from my pocket everything, instructors, rent, everything. So we closed it, but I said, the intention is still there. Why don't we bring it to them for free in public schools? And that's how the program with Latino Youth in Communication Arts started. I made the New York City Department of Education pay for the courses. So every after school program, we did like 10 high schools. I have to open it up again. I have to bring season 2 or, another round of it. Because of pandemic, everything stopped. I haven't been back to New York for that, but it's still there. I have all the paperwork. I have all the instructors waiting for me to reactivate it.
It's a must. It's a must. People kind of associate it more like on a superficial level or a social status level.
But people don't realize that it helps, especially with the youth, self-esteem. It helps with discipline, self-awareness. There's a lot more that goes into it.
And these skill sets, it's very necessary in the corporate world and in the professional world. Mm-hmm. We all come from very humble beginnings and we know that we have a way of expressing ourselves. So we need to learn about those things and kudos for you, man.
Thank you. It hasn't been easy, but I see it. I saw that I was changing lives because I used to come at the beginning and at the end before like graduation. Mm-hmm. And I remember the beginning talking to them. They were so shy, so nervous. And then at the end they were like, well, my name is, and I want to do. I'm like, wow, all of that in 2 months. You just have to expose kids to the best opportunities and they'll grab them. Their talent will arise.
Absolutely. So you're an actress, a producer, a TV host, and a philanthropist. You wear so many hats. What is your favorite hat to wear and why?
And you mentioned that you said all of it, but let's see. Let's dive in.
Well, I gotta say, I love hosting. I love hosting and I love acting. Like hosting, I get to entertain others. I get to interview others and listen. Acting has taught me to listen. So I get to interview and go deeper in their hearts because I know that moment, we're gonna touch someone's life, right? That's the beauty of hosting something or entertaining people. And then acting is the nervousness. I'm still learning how to act. I'm still getting nervous and techniques and blocking, like you said, and it makes me nervous, so I go after it. Because it's that adrenaline I did it. Is it gonna happen? I should have done this. And all of that internal debate, I love.
All those instincts, did I land it? Did I do? Oh, I could do this better. Let me rephrase this. Oh my goodness, I could only imagine.
And the thing is that both things require you being in front of the camera, but acting, you're playing someone else and you're going off of a script, something that's written. Hosting, that's you, and that's you improvising most of the time.
Yes, exactly. So I like hosting and acting. But then I like producing too because you get to see something from the ground and you decide and you develop it and you raise the funds.
What's happening here?
What?
Like
a girl crush?
No. Sally is like you too because she's the acting and the singing and all this other stuff. And
but you
writing.
also host.
I'm the hosting, I'm the producing. I like to do the back end stuff. So we're just a sancocho of Sally, pretty much.
And I love sancocho, by the way.
Ooh, yum, right? So running around from set to set, staying busy and true to your manifestations. Bravo. Kudos to you. Because it's a lot. It is a lot. It sounds like a lot. So what do you do to take time for your own self-care?
I embrace laziness. I used to feel guilty when I was not active that day. Oh my God, it's Monday and I'm in bed and it's 1 p.m. What's wrong with me? No, I'm unwinding. I have days and months where I sleep 4 hours every day, non-stop. I miss my niece's birthday, so now it's time to do nothing, call them on FaceTime, bring them to get ice cream, or just eat your ice cream, eat your sancocho. Don't be so hard on ourselves because we as women, especially that we have the pressure of being skinny and looking good on camera, we believe that if one day we don't eat well, oh my God, it's the end of the world. No, it's not. The end of the world will be when you die. So, and that with this pandemic, I learned it can happen any day, anytime. So now I'm learning how to enjoy laziness more, enjoy doing nothing more, or enjoy doing something I really enjoy doing, not hard work for it.
Yeah, just being in tune with yourself. And if the body wants to be still, that's exactly what you're doing. If you want to indulge on a freaking pint of Haagen-Dazs, you're going to enjoy every spoon.
But she made a
and learning how to say no. We don't know how to say no. And then we tend, with this social media thing, we have FOMO, fear of missing out. And oh my God, maybe if I would have gone, I would have missed so and so. That's not true. Because what you need to meet is your positivism here, your meditation here, and vision here. I have a vision board is hidden behind this couch because I don't want anybody to see it, only me. And from time to time, I pull it out and I sit and I go like, that's happening. Thank you, universe. Thank you, God, for this. That's happening too. And I start envisioning myself doing that, what I have in my vision board.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
You made two great points. One, that when you do take time for yourself, not to feel guilty for it, because it's necessary. And two, that your vision board, you hide it because it is for you. It's supposed to be for you. Announcing it, showing the world, or showing your close network maybe, but it's really just for you because it's you that's manifesting what's on it.
Yeah.
And success is in your mind first. It has to exist there first. And be very specific. Like the universe, oh, I want a new car. Okay, from what year? What color? Be specific. So I learn how to say no. I don't have to go to every premiere. I don't have to be in every movie set. I don't have to go to dinner, and I don't decor director's tables. I just don't go with 3 girlfriends because it's the director of so-and-so movie and let's just go look pretty. No, that's not how he's gonna hire me for that movie. He's gonna hire me when the call comes for the audition. My agent is gonna submit me, and then that casting director is gonna say, send her. And then the director has to see my audition. You know how it is?
There's a process. There's a process, and schmoozing and kissing ass. People think that's how it's done, but that's not how it's done.
Exactly.
The real world. Anyways, you know what time it is?
You know what time it is. Do you know what time it is?
Do you know what time it is, Sally?
Yes, it's time for
rapid fire questions.
We're so silly. We're so silly.
The good thing is that she plays along. She does.
Well, my name is Celines. They call me Celines.
Silliness! Look at you all funny. Look at you all cute.
That's hilarious. Silliness. Own that silliness.
So rapid fire questions is just exactly that. We're going to ask you as many questions as possible, and you got to give us the first thing that comes in out of your mind in the shortest amount of time as possible so we can get as much out of you. Ready?
All right.
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go.
Morning or night person?
Night person.
Vino or cerveza?
Vino.
Describe yourself in 3 words.
Hard worker, kind, and happy.
Boom.
Noise.
Lingerie or birthday suit?
Birthday suit.
Oh, if you were a superhero, what would be your superpower?
Wow, that's an important question. Wait, it's quick. To stop hunger in the world.
Oh, okay. Oh, look at you all noble and stuff. I was like, disappear.
Because you know what? Think about when you are very, very hungry, but you feel weak. You don't think right. So healthy food in the stomach of these children of the future, we need that,
Totally.
You got it. It makes sense.
And speaking of food,
3 golpes or protein shake for breakfast?
No, los 3 golpes. Con aguacate.
for your next movie, if your co-stars are Rita Moreno, Octavia Spencer, and Amara La Negra, who will play your nosy neighbor, your wise tia, and your mama?
So you got Rita Moreno, Octavia Spencer, Amarra la Negra, and the three characters are your nosy neighbor, your wise tia, and your mama.
Okay, my mama, Rita Moreno, mi mamá, la chismosa Amara, porque es joven y es como con las uñas largas, with long nails. And Octavia is my tia wise that gives me like, you go, do it, live life.
Awesome.
That's exactly, I can see that being, I would watch that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Your favorite part of your body?
I'm full of scars everywhere. I have scars. So I was going to say my legs, but my legs have like one in the front, one in the back. I would say my smile because I take care of my teeth.
Oh, your smile. And finally, your favorite curse word. Tíralo.
Coño.
Coño.
Eso
I love it. So, Celines, what haven't you done? What can we like wait for you? What can we expect from you? Tell us.
I haven't direct, and I am getting ready to direct a feature film in the Dominican Republic about women, made by women, for women. So that's coming up, hopefully end of this year. I'm executive producing a film. I'm collaborating creatively to a television series that's going to be in one of the mainstream companies. And I'm acting. I'm going to New York next week to act in a series. I cannot tell you the platform yet or the actors yet, but it's a great opportunity for me that the universe and God sent to me after waiting so long. And that's it. I haven't direct. I will direct.
Ooh, directing. Mm-hmm. Telling people, stand there, sit there, say that line again, move that light over there. You're fired.
Dude, is that all you do that?
No, you have a beautiful voice.
There's a lot more.
Beautiful voice.
Who? Me? Us?
She's a singer too, but she does voiceover.
I do.
Sing something a cappella. Sing something.
Go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
Something from your show. I'm so stuck right now.
Or you're single.
I don't know what to sing. No me queda más que perderme en un abismo de tristeza y lágrimas. No me queda más.
That's my sister. Y eso que
we sing together, Z and I.
Yeah. So cool, right?
Zeitlin, send me WhatsApp videos and stuff.
I will. Totally.
We have to support the true talent. You guys are amazing. I love you.
Thank you. We're mini yous. The only difference is that we sing a little bit, but that we're like little yous.
Oh. Yes, the energy, all of that good stuff, the manifestation, the go-getter, the tenacity. We do it all. Mm-hmm. That's right.
And it doesn't matter if we're the first. We're not gonna wait to be the second.
No.
We gotta be the first.
And we can't be shy to be the first.
Mm-hmm. And you will not be the last. Just like Kamala Harris said, remember?
Yes, absolutely. And that's important.
Yes. Yeah. My love, tell us where people can find you on the social platforms, anything that they want to learn more from you. Tell us.
Well, they can find me with my name and last name, Celines Toribio, everywhere. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. What else? Just keep looking out and keep supporting. I want to thank, if any one of your audience saw the Big Dog series for Amazon last year, it was seen by 22 million people. So we need that. And Amazon Prime was super happy with us. So that's what we need. We need Latinos to see where the Latinos are in the mainstream so they can support.
Yes, more representation, more of our stories in the main platforms. That's fantastic.
We gotta. I think we've gotten to a point where we stopped waiting to be invited to the table, to stop waiting for people to invite us into the building. We're building the buildings and we're building the tables ourselves.
That's right.
And we gotta keep doing it. And you are a prime example, and it's just awesome that we got a chance to talk. Well, I got to, because I know you guys are friends. So I'm just glad that I got to be included in the conversation.
Together. Yeah, totally. No, we work together.
Thank you. I mean, and I'm glad we have shows like yours too, because I forgot that my experiences doing Maria Montez. So it all came out talking about it. And this is reliving the experience and relearning stuff. So I'm honored. And if my story can touch one of anybody's life, I'm like, okay, so mission accomplished.
Exactly that. That's why we built this show, for exactly that point. And people need to learn and get to meet people if they don't know, or learn more, because we need more of us. Yes. And that's what we're doing. We're all doing it. We are the team.
We need more of us by us, because I hate it when they want to portray the Latino customs and traditions and personas wrongly. And then when you Google who produced it, who wrote it, no, they're not even Latinos, or they don't even date a Latina ever. They never been to that country where they're portraying. So it's like, why?
It's the most annoying thing, because if you watch a cop show, they consult with people in the government, they consult with former FBI agents, CIA agents on how to hold the gun, how to do all these things. Same thing with our culture. Like, if you want to talk about our culture, get people that are experts in the culture, and definitely get actors that are at least Latino. Like, hello, diga gente que no son Latino.
Anyways, Celi, so thank you for everything, and you are officially a Sistah Sistah. Ow!
Un beso, sisters. Un besote grande. Gracias.
Oh, thank you for your time, and hope you have a great day or whatever you're doing. Kick ass.
You too. Nice to meet you. Un beso.
Likewise, thank you.
Chao, mi amor.
Bye. Bye.